Okay, we should be nice, ready, and good to go. It's been a while since I last streamed anything. Honestly, I don't even know if I wanted to get back to it. But things haven't really been going all that well. Fingers crossed this avalanche of bad luck is going to end soon. Hello Andrew and hello Desert. Again, been a while. How have things been going? Like, when it comes to Granblue Fantasy, I've been trying to play catch up a little bit, at least with Fire. I should be kind of, sort of, almost there for 5-star ring Alanan before the Yuatan fight. I just need to leave this thing to grind a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like if I can't get into Hexa, if I can't get into Fire Zero, I don't really have that much to offer anymore when it comes to this game, you know? But we'll see. I managed to do my first Hexa runs, so hopefully I'm not that far off to finally catch up to last year or something. They just happen to be massively absent, and I have to double shift a lot. Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah, no, that's probably the worst. Like, back when I was working in television, there have been multiple times in which, during Saturday, one of my co-workers usually took the Saturday off, and it was just 2 people having to manage an entire TV channel. One time, my supervisor calls in, "Hey, you're all alone today." And I had absolutely no idea how I even managed. Because sure, the TV station is small, but I still had to juggle 3 journalists and 4 computers that day. When he noticed, he also managed to make some joke like, "I see you can handle this on your own, maybe I can even just leave you alone in here." But that was basically a miracle. It only happened like 2 to 3 times in a couple of years, but still. Nerves completely blown off, because I'm the type of person who has to check if what they've done has been done correctly before sending it. I can't just wing everything. Hello, good sir. Hello, Adelino. Welcome. How are things going? I understand that Grab has turned out terrible, like I said years ago. You should play huge speeches to teach them a lesson. Nah, that would probably get me lynched. Okay, it's 17:58. We are 2 minutes away from the new stage's opening. I'm really glad I found this little game. This has been extremely fun. I also hear Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is getting a remaster later this year with better UI. I think that's the main draw there. Still, really can't wait. Even if it has Denuvo, it's going to get cracked eventually. Tired but doing good? As long as you're doing good. So, things are going fairly well in here too. Most of my characters are coming up quite nicely. Astra managed to get up to 3 stars, soon to be 4. And this is something they added recently. It basically covers up for extra dupe mats or extra farmed mats when it comes to uncapping characters. Again, probably one of the best gacha features out there. This is similar to like Princess Connect and the others, where you can just farm your dupes and you don't have to roll the gacha for them. They do take a while though, and I get the feeling that these recollections here are going to be very, very rare. Because so far we've only gotten a few from a single event. From the... where is it? Yeah, no, it should have been that one. It's extra rewards from the Eternal Awakening. Oh, from the season, there we go. Next batch of 30 is in 7 days, and there's around 100 total in here. But again, seasons in this game go on for a very, very long time, 165 days, and this is thankfully for permanent content too. Give me call, I just saw that. Wait, what call? There is no call. You're playing Final Fantasy VI at the moment due to the Magic the Gathering collab? Oh, right, nice. I've seen there's a couple of really fun cards in there. Especially the Fat Chocobo. Oh, as for Ko, I think there was a light version released not too long ago. I've been kind of YOLOing recently, but I did manage to get that one. In fact, it's the latest released character in here. Is this your boy wife? Are you missing some versions of the boy wives? I dropped like $600 on cardboard crack. Oh, Jesus. Wait, did Magic really get that expensive? It's like, I remember some decks costing in the hundreds, but like $150, $200. 600, you're entering, what's his name? Warhammer 40k territory. Or at least back when I played Warhammer 40k, $600 was a pretty decent 2000 point army. Nowadays, I don't know. I think the costs have been going up and up throughout the years. Collector box with shiny cards and special art for 450. Can you post some pictures? I'm really curious. Again, haven't really been playing Magic the Gathering all that much, but I remember the early days of, what was it called? I think I played Ravnica. Ravnica when it first released, as well as the one with mirrors. Oh, no, I remember an expansion called Darksteel, but I think that one was from a bigger module. Okay, so small recap for the story. This is soon after Inanna basically got thrown to the wolves. Her childhood friend exchanged her place and got sacrificed in order for her brother's plan to come to fruition and foster a rebellion that would kick the original owners of Iria out and let the Union into the ruling party with this brother at the helm. So far, we're just stranded refugees, and we have absolutely no idea what to do or where to go, just trying to pick up whatever pieces we've got left. We have a little friend in here, which is one of the beastmen, but she's someone who interprets dreams, and she's been helping out a little bit. So, next step, back to Monterey Castle.
悪夢を見ない夜。逃げ出して以来、初めてのことでした。もしかしたら、アフラさんのアドバイスのおかげかもしれません。あるいは、彼女が私のそばにいてくれたからでしょうか。
Iron Warriors represent Iron without Iron. Drop a screenshot in the crew chat with the stuff I've gotten. Waifu anime art, Terra, that's all that matters. The first thing I see is the Sephiroth, special Sephiroth.
難民の間で不安の種となって静かに育っていました。
Oh, this looks like Commander though, no? Don't they? Or are they just legendaries? Luffy's, Arif. Oh, they have the Final Fantasy XVI guy as well.
みんな落ち着いて。数え間違いかもしれないでしょ。
もう何回も数えたって。どうしても2つ足りない。
I get that they're starving, but to worry this much about 2 portions of food?
落としたなんて考えられん。誰かが盗んだんだ。
決めつけるのはまだ
Even
早
if
い
you're
わ。
out in a forest, there's fruit trees around.
それに今は仲間を疑ってる場合じゃない。
これは食料だけの問題じゃないぞ。もし本当に泥棒がいるなら、絶対にそいつを見つけ出さなきゃならん。
And how much do you want to bet that they're just going to pin this on the new girl who can't really do anything?
そうしないとまた同じことが起きるからな。
どうして私を見るの？
A heat wave is killing me. Oh, thankfully it hasn't been that bad down here in Italy.
おい小娘、
Temperatures are just
やけ
fine,
にそわそわしてないか。
but they're bound to get worse as summer comes along.
私はそんなこと。
これまでの道中、みんな満足に食べられなかった。だがお前だけは毎回いくらか残してたな。ちゃんと見てたぞ。
That is a kid. They have to grow. You're an adult. You can do sacrifices. Shut the hell up.
それは取っておいたものなの。ママにあげるためなの。お母様のために？私たちはぐれちゃって。ママはきっとお腹を空かせながら私を探してくれているの。だからお母様の分も？うん。毎回少しずつ貯めてママに会った時にあげるの。全部自分の分から取っておいたものよ。余計に取ったりしてないもん。
誰が信じられるか。
彼女を責めるのはやめてください。この子が盗みなどするはずがないでしょう。
Seems it is going. Oh no, I'm still here.
じゃあ
Unless the stream went
あ
down.
んたがしたってことか。
もちろん違います。でも私の分は皆さんに差し上げても構いません。
These situations aren't really all that
お嬢様
great.
よ。ここはお前んちの屋敷でもないし、格好つける場
Imagine
面で
small
も
indie
ないんだ。
company Hoyo had voice acting for all their games.
そんなつもりでは。
Imagine the voice actors weren't trying to strong arm a $1 million company into an exclusive contract with them.
今回はいいとして、その次はどうする？あんたが空腹で動けなくなったら見捨ててもいいのか？
お姉ちゃん、私はお姉ちゃんを見捨てたりしないよ。
Yeah, no, that I cannot
今
really
ここにい
stand.
るあんたと俺たちには何の違いもない。だから
Like
その
putting
お
up
優
all
しい
the
心
lies
とご
possible
立派な理屈は
and screwing over non-union VAs in the process.
現実ってのは甘くねえぞ。
Is after a certain point, it basically becomes a mafian racket. Either pay us and join the union, or you will never work again.
誤解です。私は。
Funniest thing was Paimon VA getting fired on Paimon's birthday.
こうやって疑い合ってい
Damn
て
it.
も始まらないわ。
Was it for
今
real
大事
though?
なのは問題の解決よ。
All I heard was that she was threatening Hoyo to stop voicing Paimon if Hoyo didn't bow down to her request,
食料を独占
which was
している
basically
ウェーブラン軍よ。
to only hire union
だ
people.
ったら奪い返せばいいじゃない。ウェーブラン軍と言ったってついこの間まではただのゴレつきだった連中よ。本気で戦いを挑めば 勝てない相手じゃない。
It's real. Well, after a
みんな
certain
が
point
心を一つに
again,
すれば
she was kind of looking for it. You accuse other people of scabbing while you scab yourself. But you put forward the excuses of being neurodivergent or
みんなと一緒
whatever
に準備を始
so
めれば
that the rules that you want to apply for everyone else don't apply to you. I hate that kind of behavior. Like, rules for thee, but not for me. Oh, we're moving from camp to camp. Close to the Waveran Legion encampment, they must have many men. Must fight even if we are outmatched. Oh, if I remember correctly, these people will eventually go back to the Irian mines. They kick out the Dark Light, who are currently doing experiments down there, and take residence down in the mines in order to mount a small resistance. I love Paimon, she's my wife, but I hate her VA. Not Aoi Koga, the American one. Again, I kind of never heard her. I only heard about the controversy because it was kind of a big deal. But otherwise, I've only played, always played Genshin with JPVAs. And of course, in times of war, there's bandits everywhere. And they have a mage too.
私の番ね。
It looks like we really are just surrounded by NPCs. Just defeat all enemies. Okay, let's start buffing everyone.
息を整えなくちゃ。
Misaki Kumo, Klee, top-notch work. I'll tell you what, we have a Klee in this game as well. It's the same VA. What was that? Bandages to treat the wounded? Or just attack them? Kind of a shame that we only get 2 characters to use in here. But I'm really curious to see how are things going to be going on after a while. Because the other big chapter, they basically gave us a series of 5 characters that we could level up and basically build however we wanted. Okay, that was the only one. And we have something to heal. Please be AoE. It's not even AoE. Sword of Convulsion hasn't shown me one character I like at all. Ah, yeah, they don't really have lollies here. X-Men or Crossbowmen? We have plenty of melee. Let's go with the Crossbowmen. There's going to be like Rico coming out in a couple of months, who's a little short Viking. I've seen the preview and I fell head over heels for her. She sounds way too much fun. Nice that we get the Make a Declaration skill, but these people would enjoy some healing. rather than a lecture. Standard it or push it, so nothing special. But this should unlock something. You haven't lost many, stay alert, keep fighting even with half our forces, don't give up even if just a few remain. It's all boring, knight women in full armor. Yeah, a little bit, but I'm kind of a sucker for it. It's still the old, deep European fantasy. Like, they don't go all overboard with the gacha designs that we see in basically every other game. Yeah, this is not looking well. Be able to take one down at least. Lost a few, but hopefully with a couple of buffs we should be able to take these out. What a way to make me so disinterested. I would rather play Wizardry in Hungarian. Why is Hungarian a requisite there? No cute lolly healer, daughter Imoto wife is atrocious. Again, we've got Beryl, but Beryl isn't around right now. She was around for the past event though. Little wizard, big hat. Wait, who? Oh, I didn't think Nitya would show up this quickly. A friendly archer, maybe, but maybe not. As far as I know, Nitya is part of the Union, the invading forces trying to take over the continent. And look how hard they're working to try and sell her to you. I might have done some war crimes in Zenless, picked M3 Nekomata. But do you actually use her? Because I've been considering boosting her up a little bit, because she's still my only physical damage dealer, but then I realized I basically never use her. So I went with M3 Soldier 11 instead, which is still kind of a war crime, mind you. No, you should move forward as a melee unit. What about the cute lolly cleric that lays hand on me, the ugly fat bastard with a creepy smile? Yeah, we don't got those. We do, however, have some fox girls. Okay, more healing, and they have heal block. But it's only one enemy. We should be able to get rid of her soon.
勝利はすぐそこよ。やめなさい。今助けるよ。ありがとなの。大大大大大。
Yo, thanks.
DI has become a member. I'm not a fake furry. Nekamimi is just fake furry.
She does have tails though.
ありがとう。
Oh, I guess
おかげで
Pulcra
食料を
would be
奪い
more
返
your
すことがで
style.
きたわ。
Pulcra is actually 100% furry. I guess I'm going to have to wait for Blue Archive too. Weren't they working on one, or at least the devs of Blue Archive were working on one, but they got shut down due to how similar the games were. If there's physical content, yeah, but there is not. It's all just ice and ether. Yeah, that sucks a little bit. I'm struggling with supports too. Because I've got Astra, I've got Trigger. But it's a bit hard to put together two different teams in Zenless for now. I still have to catch up and get myself the new character as well.
ああ。遠くから来たの？
Very. She's from the other part of the sea.
最近のイリアはだいぶ物騒になっちゃってね。家を追われた人たちがあっちこっちをさまよってね。
Again, people from the Union, these are basically the United States. They are from way overseas. They saw that we have a special material called Luxite, which is magical, and they want to come and take over. They come with the pretense of helping us escape the wars. But at the end of the day, it's all just subversive, so they can take control of the Luxite reserves themselves.
暴力でぶつかり合うことも増える一方で。ウェーブランの暴動のせいか？
So trusting someone from the Union? That might be a bit of a fatal mistake.
いや、噂を聞いた。そう。もし居場所がないなら、私たちと一緒に行かない？このまま東へ向かって、どこか落ち着ける場所を
And it's
探すつ
honestly
もりな
kind
の。
of baffling that Edda cannot recognize a soldier when she sees one.
結構だ。
That does not look like a refugee.
私たちの方がここに詳しいから、何か力になれることがあるかもよ。心配無用。単独行動には慣れている。そっか、わかったわ。本当にありがとう。気をつけて。あなたの弓術はとても素晴らしいものでした。
Why is she here
空を
though?
飛ぶ鳥のように速くて捉えがたいです。きっと特別な訓練を積んだのでしょうね。
Because again, she's part of an invading force. It doesn't really make that much sense for her to just come and help out random refugees in the middle of a street.
あのような技は話には聞いたことがありましたが、実際に目にするのは初めてでした。お名前を伺ってもよろしいですか？ニーティア。ニーティアさんですね。この度は本当に助かりました。またどこかでお会いできると嬉しいです。いずれ 機会があれば。
Italian complain about people who go somewhere else and interfere in politics?
食料のことだが。
Yeah, I know. Still, not really complaining about it, just recognizing that it's happening.
亡くなった分はお前たちの仲間のじいさんが取った。空腹に耐えかねたんだろう。がむしゃらに胃袋に収めたから見つからなかった。そうだったのですか。
Project Kiwi is defunct and my wife Corona is homeless. Oh, that was her name. I have never seen a game spawn that much fan art that quickly. That was an insane week on Twitter. Basically, you could not escape it.
このまま歩み続けるのは容易ではないだろう。
I did a non-human noise at that, I'll be honest. But was there ever anything more than just concept art? Like, were they actually working on a game? Did they have some sort of a build ready?
あなたは手を差し伸べてくれるのでしょうね。
Or did they just show some of the designs and that was it?
あなたも善意にあふれる人です。少なくとも私の目にはそう映っております。
She's so cute and naive, Jesus.
この話は2人だけの秘密にしておきましょう。それがいい。
Oh, she's actually stopped steering camp. Nothing to say though. I saw it, I saw it. Amidst the chaos, the blade is tempered. Where the holy sword falls, one shall tread. Okay, now we're going back in the dream realm. When the holy sword falls, one shall tread. If this isn't some Excalibur kind of thing, I don't know what is. When it comes to these characters, yeah, none of this is going to pose any threat. We can probably just AoE them down.
君の役に立てたらいいな。
お力になれて光栄です。
賢明な選択だ。
Missing one, missing something blue. Let's go with Astra.
誰をやればいい？
This place, I know it. It's where we beat the Waverun Legion soldiers and got our grain back. How did I get here? Strange, where's Edda? Wasn't she leading everyone? Can't let them take the food. Stop, put the grain down. This is for the refugees, you can't take it. Okay, finally. A stage where we can use our own units.
ほう、感謝するぜ。
And speed buff. There was a build ready because they had 6 months diverting men and money from Nexon. Nexon found out and shut it down. That's honestly kind of sad. I would have loved to see a little bit more. Kiwi was just Blue Archive but with swords. They even have halos. Yeah, if I remember correctly, one of the... either the lead designer or some of the lead developers were basically from Blue Archive.
変化を見届けるとしよう。朝飯前だ。
心配いりません。お任せを。落ち着いてください。
Get the damage up. And now, charge.
そこまでです。やらなくてはならないんです。
And charge.
一戦。ご安心を。
I don't know who decided that that skill could reset its own cooldown and basically give her another turn, but Jesus.
Bye.
And she can hit both. Fantastic. The hell are these now? Let you steal this food. We do, many of us are hurt. If this keeps up, don't worry, I will help everyone beat them. Now the real question is whether she's actually keeping the third skill that can give us an extra turn.
Cool. 片付いたぜ。終わらせてやる。片付いたぜ。
What are you? Source of Terror. At the start of each round, grants all enemies within 3 tiles 1 stack of Spreading Dream Terror. When destroyed, removes 3 stacks from all enemies within range. And I guess the range is always 3 tiles. I don't want her to stay over here though. Get back. Could be random, Cleom Solace or Joyeuse. We'll see, because this is basically a Joanno arc at this point. Or at least I feel like this story comes straight from it. Maybe with a couple of exceptions. You get some energy back.
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は
Got nothing to do.
実に面白い。
心配いりません。お任せを。
Oh, this reset its cooldown. How nice.
Bye.
朝飯前だ。
Map-wide teleport. It does sadly require that some ground tiles to be on fire, but I'll never get tired of this one.
やりすぎたかしら。
One, we did it. What about then? Did I do something wrong? I failed to protect everyone, yet I celebrate the victory. So much pain and damage, what am I celebrating? And this is just a dream. What am I imagining? This doesn't feel real.
戦場の駆け引きは刃を交える前から始まっている。
This is going to be such a trip. Yes, Afra is trying to guide her, but she can only guide her through dreams. Good news. Not far ahead, there's a place called the town of Convallaria. From what I hear, they are offering protection and provision to refugees. And since she escaped from Waverun City, she must have met the Convallaria people already. A black feather. Must be Nydia's. We plan to visit the town of Convallaria together. Where's Nydia? Have you seen her? Probably already left. We haven't had the chance to thank her for all her help along the way. I also wanted to see a bit more of her gameplay. Do you know what a black feather usually means? Unfulfilled destruction. But she can't have been sent here to take care of some refugees. Like, the Order is kind of a... People from the Order aren't exactly that highly moral, but still.
ようやく落ち着ける場所を見つけました。ここまでの道のりは大変でしたが、こんな風に民の皆さんと生活を共にするのは初めての経験です。その暮らしを身をもって体験して分かったことがあります。この人たちこそがイリアの顔となるべきであり、私が守るべきものなのだと。このまま進んでいけば違った景色が開けてくるはずです。スズランの町、どこか親近感を覚える名前です。今度こそ皆さんとここで新しい生活を始められる。私はそう期待して信じることができました。
Under Edda's guidance, everyone safely reached the town of Convallaria. The soul of Convallaria mercenaries waited at the bridge. Faces before Inanna felt strangely familiar, like companions she had met somewhere before. And finally, that's us.
物資の配給はもう終わったよ。また何かあったら遠慮なく言ってくれ。
Very first meeting, this was really early in the story. Welcome to the town of Convallaria. We meet again at last.
あなたは町の縄文で助けてもらったのにまた世話になっちゃったわね。
遠慮はいりませんよ。皆さんが来てくれて嬉しいです。町もパッと賑やかになりましたから。
ああ、自分の家だと思っていいぜ。俺もマイサも姉子も、あとこの団長代理も、できる限り力になるからな。
Is this the kind of event that requires keys? Yes, it is. But it looks like the entire event is divided in 5 parts, and it only takes 1 key per area. And we get 2 keys per week, so it's not that big a deal.
団長代理じゃないだろう。わかる。変な呼び方しない。
Also, yeah, we're changing games, but being called Dansho never changes. I'm about to level up my third Kaboom, the cannon in Zenless. Wait, which one is that? It can't be Nekomata's weapon, can it?
こないだだって何から何まで完璧にこなしてくれてさ、もう安心して全部を任せられるんだ。
ウェーブラン事件の後、傭兵団もぐんと忙しくなっちゃって。
Oh, Lucy's.
団長がいてくれて助かってるんです
Honestly,
よ。
don't even remember what that does. Is it that good as a support weapon? Yes, I think most of mine are just using different stuff.
この方々だったのですね。以前縄文で助けてくれた傭兵団は。
Energy regen and attack buff, the Fabonius of Zenless. That makes sense then.
ともかく今回は本当に助かったわ。どうもありがとう。ここに滞在させてもらう間は町の手伝いをさせてね。
この後は何か計画があるのかい？
I guess they
騎士連合が
don't,
軍を派遣して以来、イリアの情勢は急激に悪化してき
but
て
they
る。
do eventually ally themselves with the miners.
この町もいずれ難局に直面することになる。早めに備えておかないとね。
戦争、飢餓、秩序の崩壊。そうしてもっと多くの人々がみんなで一致団結して初めて生きる道を見つけられる。
愛さ、愛さ。
Don't do her like this. Aisha is the name of the of Inanna's childhood friend. They trained together as knights, and Aisha had to sacrifice herself in order to let Inanna escape. So why are you calling her name? Oh wait, no, Inanna presented herself as Aisha to Afra.
あなた、いつも呼んでもすぐに反応しないよね。
Probably a bad idea to choose the name of your dear dead friend.
そんなことはちょっとぼーっとしていたんです。
やっと落ち着ける場所が見つかったね。
I need Jufufu in Zenless and the anomaly support. Aren't they coming one right after the other? That might actually eviscerate your wallet.
ええ、本当に良かったです。でもまだ心配そうな顔してるよ。私は
Now, I might try for the redhead umbrella lolly, but otherwise I might just sit everything out from here on, from here forward.
これからどうするつもり？他の人と一緒にここにとどまるの？
Kind of curious to see what Bagpipe's kit is going to look like. Because that one looks really, really nice.
北へ歩き続けようと思います。
北へ？
Tails and nice thighs, I'm
北へ
screwed.
行って親戚に会ってみる
Oh,
つもりです。
and always keep in mind, the nun should be coming out soon as well. Because we've had new leaks for the nun as
その
well.
人ならもっといい方法で私と みんなを助けてくれるかもしれません。
Wait, hold on a second.
いい方法
Have they announced a single
何の
male
話？
character? Like, there should be 5 to 6 characters coming out. Are they all women?
なんもなんもただの世間話よ。
Yes? Wait, yes that they're all women, or yes that there is some male character announced?
皆さんはもう落ち着きましたか？
ラビアさんがスズランの丘にキャンプを設営するよう手配してくれたの。修道院のすぐそばよ。開けた場所でスズランの花が満開でね。みんなもう先に行ってるわ。私たちも行きましょう。
There is a Wrotsley guy that should be coming out sometime. That makes for just one banner though. It's horrible. We need to advocate for more gender equality in gacha games. Release more male units. So we can skip them. This one, yeah, boss with Summer Fiddle. Haven't changed this team in a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. All they have to do is full auto this thing. Hello post, hey Vincent, welcome, how are things going? Ah man, this is wonderful. Like, they're blending the pixel art from the foreground with standard splash art in the background. And that's the entire town of Convallaria down there. How far can we go? Not too far, sadly. I need a button to hide the UI. I truly do. I would love to take a screenshot of this. Sir, I just leveled up a male unit. The panda doesn't count. Though the town supplies are rather strained, we will strive to provide for every refugee. Truly a blessing to meet you all. I will help too. I'm tired, let's stop here for today. I'll look around some more. Let's see what we have unlocked in the meantime. This event quest is just one for meditation 6. Oh, this actually went up to 7. It was locked down at 4. I guess the extra levels that I granted for are just... we're just waiting here. Shop, a grand total of 1 pool. These I'm not a big fan of, mostly because I wanted the extra Castalia. I don't want to wait 20 days for another character skill. And meditation isn't unlocked yet. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer for this. These are basically farming stages followed up by challenge stages. Okay, let's sleep and see what nightmare we're going to have to fight this time. At least Jijuan doesn't eat up other supports, that's the neat part about her. Oh yeah, thankfully. Because again, I have like 4 support characters, but they're not all good. So even when running a base, I'm kind of struggling to make up teams, especially when Vivian also wants Astra, same as, what's her name? Same as the Black Fox. Been prepping stuff for the dreaded Guild War. Also finished the Sun event for Spark Fund. Oh nice, congrats. How far along are you with the Guild War preparation? I'm still trying to get my 5-star Alanan right here. I don't want to pay too much attention to the game, which is why I'm just full autoing bosses, but still, the grind never ends. These Convallaria flowers are quite relaxing to look at. I can't remember the last time I felt this relaxed. When I first met you, always seemed so tense. Seem much better now. Oh, dude, the lights for the tents too. This is freaking amazing. Astra needs a break, that's why the anomaly support is a must. Yeah, sadly, because I've been running like Vivian, Astra, and oh god, names. The Section 6 chief with the pink hair. Yanagi. But at the same time, Yanagi and Astra are also the same two supports for the Fox. Let's see in swordplay, just watching you train, we're not bothering anyone. Never seen you in town before. Now suddenly you want to watch us train? Pretty suspicious. Your swordplay is weak, you were looking fancy before. This Samson seems well trained, every move has a follow-up, but he lacks real combat experience. At this rate, he will lose so badly. What should I do? It's a one-on-one match, we can't just jump in. But these people are suspicious, we can't just let them leave. Hold your position, stay mobile and be faster. I got enough high grand weapons to the point that I transitioned to primal this guild war. Oh damn, congrats! Yeah, that's a big step up. I've gotten a few myself, but I'm afraid I need at least a second Zeta weapon before I can consider an Agni upgrade. So this guild war is still going to be Magna. The next one, who knows? Keep your sword ready and watch their feet. Isn't Inanna giving herself out a bit too much? Like, she's supposed to be just another refugee, and we know that she can't do the same work that everyone else does. If she suddenly comes out with all this fighting knowledge, isn't she going to turn into the suspicious person? Got skill, why not join the Waverun Legion? Live the good life. Waverun Legion, what are you planning in our town? Everyone be careful. Get them together. Yeah, they're here to recruit. And they're here to recruit from the refugees. And there she is again. Nidia, so you haven't left. Still have things to finish, let's focus on what's in front of us. Oh, please tell me she's playable. She has a blue bar, she should be playable. These are not her skills though. These are absolutely not her skills. Hides her trait at the start of the turn, inflicts Seal of Dark Feather on 3 random enemies within 5 tiles for 1 turn. Standard 100% damage. Before receiving an active single target attack from the enemy within 3 tiles, back or side, performs Preempt, teleports behind the target, and performs a basic attack that deals 50% damage while interrupting the enemy. If she's in the dying state, she also gains invisibility until the start of the next turn. This one might be fairly big, but the one problem I have with all this stuff that happens close to the dying state is that people don't usually stop in the dying state. Dying state is 30% HP or less. Usually people just get one shot, so the invisibility part in here might never really come into play. Multi-shot spread 3 times 1x5, 3x5 and 5x5 areas, 70% damage to all enemies in each area. Instant basic attack range increases by 1 tile, increases physical attack, and she gains highlight advantage. And lastly, free crit 2 if she has no enemies near her. Okay, first thing first. Let's go on this one. Try and stay far away from the red unit down here. Please don't touch my healers. Sadly she does not have the range for it. Black Feather during Nydia's current turn triggers 1000 Black Feathers when hit by a basic attack, consumes Black Feather after attacking. But we don't even get to know what 1000 Black Feathers is. Still, she applies debuffs and wants to hit people with debuffs on. I saw 2 damage numbers there, I guess that's a damage buff. Sorry, not damage buff, it's extra damage. So you slow these guys down. And yeah, assist in attack, she doesn't need energy right now. Inanna doesn't really have anything. Can we interrupt you? Instant follows combat sword play start. Oh, I guess this one changes stance. That's some pretty decent range too, especially considering how high she is. Usually these sort of AoEs only have like 2 tiles, 3 tiles tops in terms of height. Wait, 2k but no extra damage? Does have a feather on. That's a bit weird.
助けるよ。
Still, we have basically cleared this one.
目標の確認を。
And I guess starting from here, if she doesn't have jump and climb,
私の
that
番
also
ね。
makes it a little bit harder for her to move around.
そこ。今助けるよ。
After this fight, I really see my weakness. Thanks for the advice. What you said was exactly what my teacher pointed out. I just got lucky. You're too modest. I was too proud when I left my teacher. I'm going back to train more. Thanks again for the guidance and goodbye. You know quite a bit about swordplay? That's all in the past. Yeah, but she noticed. And now she's going to start digging. The Waverun Legion is in town. It's possible that... Hey, where's Nydia? When did she leave? Again, that one too. Acting a little bit like a guardian angel, protecting us from the backside. But the fact that she's also trying to avoid talking to us, I guess. Ah, wait, she's here. Big sister, those moves were amazing. You can read the mercenary sword techniques. I've learned a little bit. You read those moves perfectly. And again, she's in the military. So you haven't left. Thanks for the help earlier. You always seem to show up when there's trouble. Just a coincidence, but we don't really believe in those. You would have handled it fine without me. You clearly know your swordplay and your judgment is sharp, yet you seem to avoid the subject of your skill. It's all just another coincidence. No one is buying this. Next one, another sleep match.
Suzuranの町での生活は穏やかなものでした。特に満開のスズランの花は温かな記憶を思い出させてくれます。この場所はまるで外界の喧騒を遮断する魔力を持っているかのようです。スズランの剣の力を借りて難民の治療と救助は順調に進み、すべてが好転しているように見えました。
Yeah, but this is so early that the real war hasn't even started yet. There's a few fights here and there, but this is not the high heat of things. Dandelion? I'll help you this time. Just do what I say. Breaking the light of hope clears the enemy's spreading dream terror. You decide when to use it. Ah, yeah, but it's just a stacking mechanic and we should be able to one-shot most of these. Again, if we are fast enough, we might not even need to use Astra to deal damage. First one down here, but no AoE.
実に面白い。
心配いりません。お任せを。
ええ。
一戦やらなくてはならないんです。そこまでです。
Yes, if I remember correctly, this is a map-wide thing. Vulnerable and disarmed, this we gave them to them. The more spreading dream terror a humanoid nightmare has, the easier it becomes a nightmare. Some nightmare skills become more powerful with more spreading dream terror stacks. Be careful not to increase it. The effect cannot be immunized or dispelled. And it's 2 stacks right now. These, if I remember correctly, eat 3 up, right? Oh no, 2 stacks. 2 energy recovery, 2 cooldown reduction. There was no grass there. Well, let's see if we can do it like this. And there's still no grass there. This is the best strategy, and at least it looks like the range for these things is map-wide. At 5, yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's too far. That's 1. And that's 2.
いいぜ。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？
Yeah, sure. Extra turn, so she clears the last enemy.
私がついていますから。
ええ。やりすぎたかしら。
The source of terror spreading dream terror to surrounding enemies. Destroy it quickly. With characters that can teleport, this might be a bit of a problem.
ええ。 あいつをやればいいんだな。
Okay, she can still get an extra turn, so let's go on the caster first.
これでも食らえ。やるじゃないか。
Again, these other guys are burnt, so we should be fine just taking out these 2 who aren't.
何か私にお手伝いできることは？これで良いのですね。
The transformations, at least in these early levels, don't really do much.
何か手伝えるかい？
ええ。
言う通りにしよう。
心配いりません。お任せを。ご安心を。私がついています。
レッカよ。散りなさい。
Why didn't you follow orders? The enemies gain lots of spreading dream terror. We must now beat them in their stronger state. You call this stronger? They're still getting 1 shot. Rain of Despair strengthens enemies. Beat the elite enemy to stop the rain. Oh, that's a new mechanic. Taught you everything, now show me how well you can use it.
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。
And we have some company back here.
愚か者め。さあ、変化を見 見届けるとしよう。
With this amount of AoEs though.
朝飯前だ。
Yeah, I'm afraid everything is just going to explode before it can do anything.
あいつをやればいいんだな。
Love to jump there, but she can't do it this turn.
何か私にお手伝いできることは？
Extra turn, not even forward. So let's sit here and wait.
しっかりしなくては。
Because we'll need to send someone back here to take care of these two.
これ式。
心配いりません。お任せを。感謝します。
これ式。
ええ。
Okay, still alive. Just barely, but still alive.
手助けに感謝する。
Energy to Lubata, always.
お前の一手は
Reign of Darkness, all nightmare monsters gain 1 stack at the start of their turn, 2-turn cooldown. When defeated, nightmares does not generate Spreading Dream Terror. Why would it be suppressed though? Oh, and no teleport.
実に面白い。
あいつをやればいいんだな。こう。終わらせてやる。片付いたぞ。
Oh, that's nice. You take it down and the map goes back to Sunny. Dream Convallaria. Beating enemies within a 1-tile radius does not generate Spreading Dream Terror. Oh, that's why. Nice to know.
これでも食らえ。片付いたぞ。
Dream Convallarias are not stuff that we can plant. I'm afraid we can only really destroy them. Which is only going to cause a little bit of trouble for us. Following my instruction never fails. There isn't only one path. I have my own choices too. My dear sister, your only choice is to bear a princess's duty. That won't change.
仲間の信頼が
We're going to make that
この翼に
change.
風を与えてくれる。俺たちが力を合わせれば飛べない。
As weird as it sounds, despite the fact that we are Irian ourselves, we're going to have to overthrow the current government in order to install Inanna as the rightful queen of this land. Rather than the lion, Another nightmare. Prince Dandelion is preparing a royal funeral for the princess. But they said the princess's fate was uncertain. I thought Prince Dandelion had been sending people to search for her. It has been confirmed. Those in the king's army are spreading the word. They say they are expanding recruitment for a counterattack against the Union to avenge the princess. More war? Because of course that has to be politicized as well. What's wrong with you? Since the news of the royal funeral, you've been really out of it. Fine, just a bit tired. Recently, the hangmen have been spotted in town. They're investigating the refugees. I think they're searching for someone. I simply don't know what they're up to. Those hangmen are scouting everywhere for young girls who escaped from Waverun City. It's suspicious. You must be cautious as well. A royal funeral. Are you so eager to declare my demise, dear brother? But it has to be just for political purposes, because even if they found her body, then the lion should have been able to recognize that the person they brought to him was Aisha, not Inanna. Anything going on at night? Army recruiting. They want to avenge the poor princess, and the princess is right here. Conflict around the town of Convallaria persists, with everyone suffering from war. Inanna begins to realize Dandelion might have ulterior motives. There was a state funeral of the highest order for Princess Inanna, who was always loved by her people, for Princess Inanna, who was murdered by the Union's conspiracy. Dandelion's stirring speech at the funeral successfully ignited every soldier's determination to defend their homeland. The king's army, with soaring morale, launched a fierce counterattack, and the unfavorable battle situation was reversed in an instant. At this moment, Inanna found herself in unprecedented confusion. Everything seemed to have happened too swiftly, as if it had all been planned long ago.
王女の死の知らせを聞いたとき、初めは何かの間違いだと思いました。ダンタリオンお兄様はまだきっと私の帰りを待ち望んでいるはずだと。私を利用した。そんなはずはありません。ですがそのような期待はすぐに裏切られました。吊るし人が現れたことで、私の一縷の望みは粉々に砕けてしまったのです。彼らは王女の死のニュースを触れ回りながら、陰で私の消息を探っていました。ダンタリオンは私の死を利用したのです。実際王女の国葬によって激高した王国軍はあらん限りの力を振り絞って戦い、見事に騎士連合の進撃を阻止してみせました。
To be fair, as heartless as it is to use your own sister for your political means, that kind of deed
ですが私は
turned the war
こ
around.
れまで自分を支えてくれた目標を失ってしまいました。もし私がまだ生きていると知られたらどうなってしまうのでしょう。逃げ続けるにしてもこの状況で逃げ場などあるのでしょうか。私はどうすれば。
Am I disturbing you?
いいえ、私はただここを散歩していただけですので。
So how long before people figure it out? Because that actually depends on the timeline. There's a couple of timelines in which they need Revia to figure out who Inanna really is, but I think in both the Irian one and the Merchant route, they figure out Inanna's real identity fairly soon.
Suzuran no hana ni desu ka?
They're good listeners. If you want to talk.
ありがとうございます。スズランの町もこのスズランの花も幼い頃に家族や友達と一緒に過ごした日々を思い出させてくれます。ですが今は全てを失ってしまいました。
Perhaps you could stay in the town of Convallaria?
ええ。でもここに残ったとしても私は何をしたらいいのかわからないのです。いい眺めですね。
Get up and start rebuilding. There's honestly not that much that's needed to do. Just get up and start rebuilding. First time I saw the town of Convallaria, I stood right here. Back then, I had no memories of before.
記憶がない。ではなぜここに残ることを選んだのですか？
Revia and the others brought me here and asked me if I wanted to stay. Yeah, we basically got adopted. Back then, I felt just like you do now. Not knowing when to go, what to do, or even who I was. I agreed mostly because I didn't want to waste their kindness.
そのように単純な理由から？
At first it was, but gradually, the simple life gave me something to hope for again. War took so much from everyone, people lost families and homes. But those who survived can still lean on each other. Protecting this fragile beauty gave me a purpose again. Maybe you could try it too. When you're lost, just focus on what's in front of you.
ただ目の前のことに集中する。わかりました。やってみます。進み続けていれば、いつか新しい道が見えてくるかもしれませんね。
A simple reason. Words Inanna had never considered. The path ahead might still be unclear, but for now, freed from a princess's duties, she felt lighter than ever before. Finally, a small turning point. Damn it, he escaped. What's the matter? I just discovered a few mercenary-looking fellow outside of town during my patrol. Sneaky-looking bastards. Who knows what they're plotting? Be extra cautious near the town borders these days. That might as well have been Nitya keeping an eye out for the refugees. Doesn't seem like we have much in here, but there's definitely going to be more spawns. Take this out, bring March Command back in. We need some movement. Will never escape us, already with the upgraded nightmares. And the goal down there. Damage-wise, we should be fine. We should be able to just burst through any sort of defenses that they can put up. Main problem is just going to be our movement, because base movement of most of the units in here is 3. Okay, she should be able to come here and charge back there. Nutman monster won't die. Better run after I stun it. Oh, it's one of those. I think I'm going to have to save something extra just for Inanna's movement as well. Because these do die, and they do die quite easily too. And 2. This is likely just going to be the same. I don't think I even want to use my... It's invisible. Also, thanks for the subscribe. You're not invisible. Returns invisibility. Ah, damn it, I can't even use the extra little jump. I don't think we even need extra turns, so should be fine like this. As long as we keep killing it every single turn, we should be able to just keep on running forward. Nah, let's not. Because again, there should be a second set of objectives up here. Ooh, I guess Inanna needs to be on these. Yep. Since the princess only makes mistakes, from now on, the princess is dead. She'll never make a mistake again. Harsh, but still. Are you immune to that as well? They're immune to that as well. She still moves before this one gets out of stun at least. And we can come down here and share some damage. Nothing nicely in range. So let's just spread some damage over time. This has to be left open for Inanna.
朝飯前だ。
あいつをやればいいんだな。来い。終わらせてやる。片付いたぜ。
Okay, at least these ones go down.
決めるのはあんた。
もっと強くならなくては。
And of course you can't even select Inanna for the teleport.
しっかりしなくては。
Good thing I left the second turn open down here.
これで良いのですね。
Her path were always decided by others. She couldn't even work her own. You don't need to follow her.
"何か手伝えるかい?"
感謝します。
I don't think she can even reach this one down here. But again, she's the only one who should.
わかった。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。
So let's just wait and see.
愚か者め。
Scourge and AoE.
さあ、変化を見届けるとしよう。
心配いりません。お任せを。
ええ。
At least one is down.
そう。
あいつをやればいいんだな。終わらせてやる。
And two down.
決めるのはあんた。
何か私にお手伝いできることは。
Oh, cool, she reaches. Fantastic.
これで良いのですね。
That's one free extra turn. And that's two.
心得ました。
Now we should be fine tanking damage down here, as long as Tyre keeps sharing it.
何か手伝えるかい?
ええ。
手助けに感謝する。
わかった。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。
Both of these are stunned. I think this one might reach us eventually.
愚か者め。
But otherwise, yeah, now we're just running.
心配いりません。お任せを。
Again, these can't even be killed.
仰せのままに。
ええ。そう。
あいつをやればいいんだな。いいぜ。
何か私にお手伝いできることは。これで良いのですね。
We're fine as long as Inanna is safe. Duty, missions, they can't tell me what to do anymore. I'll decide for myself. I'm just Inanna, not some princess. How many more immortal monsters do they want to spawn?
何か手伝えるかい?
Okay, this picks everyone for the speed buff.
感謝いたします。
わかった。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。これでとどめだ。落ち着け。
ええ。
愚か者め。
心配いりません。お任せを。落ち着いてください。
手助けに感謝する。
I'm afraid this doesn't count if they don't fully die though.
そこまでです。
Yeah, it doesn't reset. She's number 2, but this one is a bit too close. So we have to survive at least one turn of taking damage. Maybe. Unless I want to try and do something a bit stupid. Invulnerable and push everyone onto us.
あいつをやればいいんだな。こう終わらせてやる。いいぜ。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？
Unless... Ah, one tile short. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter, that's this one.
これで良いのですね。
Fantastic, just one movement. Is that Aisha? Aisha, I broke free. Now I feel so much lighter. But, Your Highness, haven't you forgotten something? You promised to always protect your people. So, this is what I can't escape.
まさに歴史的勝利だ。
That is not an obligation brought to you by someone else, though.
本当に世界を変えられるかもしれない。
That was her very own choice. The main reason why she even decided to leave the safety of the castle in order to go give her speech was to try and protect her people. The peace in town of Convallaria makes it easy to think the suffering is over. Maybe breaking free from who I was is the way forward. But if the weight in my heart were to be forgotten, the empty space would only fill with growing worry. And the next part opens on the 20th. So let's see the rest of the gameplay stuff, because this was all story. Recently, many members of the Union have appeared near town. They seek to seize the town of Convallaria as their supply point. They frequently send patrols to arrest the townfolk. I heard everyone complaining about it too. Arabia has already sent a plea for aid to the nearby King's Army outpost. But there has been no response thus far. Yeah, we're kind of on our own here. Everyone is busy fighting a way heavier battle on the front lines. Is a war about to begin again? Tired? Let's sleep here for today. Can't sleep either. Same goes for me. If you ask me, the King's army is utterly unreliable. Rather than pin our hopes on them, we should rely on ourselves. I'm rallying the refugees to take up arms and defend the town. You should join us tomorrow. Okay, now that we're done here, new meditation stages should have opened. Meditation level has reached the current cap and you cannot gain any more meditation experience. This is a little bit weird because the cap was level 4 last time and this was brought to level 20 instantly when we started this. I don't know if it's a bug or anything, but we'd need to still farm Fantasy 2 in order to unlock even more cards here, because these are eventually passive skills that are given to us to boost our units. And already the maps are getting a little bit more filled up. Oh, this remembers the team I was using last time. There's Nota here. I'm bringing SP Safia just for the buffs. Because this is something that should be run on auto. I think they should be fine clearing this on auto. Close but no one shot. Now there's fire here, she can teleport unless I want to send her over to this side. Making it so our very own units don't get slowed down by burning tiles. Probably one of the best features that Luvata brings. On top of the AoE damage and of course being hot as hell. Down here, extra turn. She doesn't have this skill anymore though. I guess we're just waiting this out. Okay, she reaches, fantastic. It's one. It's two. Yeah, these things that resurrect themselves at 50% HP might be a bit of an issue. Mostly because they take more than one hit to go down. Cleared at 5% at 21 collection. As for the cards, we have the new slot in here. That's great. What did we pick that was new? Crit increased by 100%. Are you serious? A gives 0 points too. Yeah, I think 100% crit on all units is a little bit better than 20% attack. Even if that one is part of a set. This one gives an extra turn. All allies within 1 tile radius, single target attack. If the target is dying, pursuit to finish them off. Skill 1 summons a Princess Shielder. 1 can exist at a time, 3 turn cooldown. Okay, extra unit, not bad. In Fantasy 1, we are no longer in Fantasy 1. Defense plus 10%, when gaining shields plus 50% shield value. When casting healing support skill on allies, grants the target a magical shield 10% of HP. This one might be alright. casting, healer, or support skills. And she has one AoE heal as well. I don't think we need the extra shielder, honestly. Fantasy 1. Again, we aren't done playing Fantasy 1. We'll be curious to see if we can get another legendary character too. See what they bring. But otherwise, this stage we're going to have to grind for the shop currency. Can I talk about the recent Project Moon livestream? Because I've got a few things to say. Project Moon is Limbus Company, right? Sure. Hey, this hits almost everyone.
変化を見届けるとしよう。朝飯前だ。
心配いりません。お任せを。落ち着いてください。
It's like, I think I've seen some screenshots recently, but being Limbus Company, haven't been paying too much attention to it. This one might be a problem. Should be able to stop him there. Okay, great. Now down here, I need to give back. I need to get back the extra turn. His extra turn on Astra usually means at least 3 kills. I don't know what they were thinking when they released this unit. She just eats people up for breakfast. And then she interrupts. Limbus, I don't know about it, but Uti's best girl. Me, I will always be partial to redheads. So my vote for best girl is always going to... what was her name? Damn it, I forgot her name. The one that looks like Vivian James, basically. I don't know if you guys were here around the Gamergate era. No, not that's a bit too far. That's perfect. Heal number 1, teleport. And heal number 2. My Aisha build is not perfect. She's kind of a hybrid tank, but her damage is still quite decent. And I absolutely love the amount of mobility that she has. Ishmael? Oh yeah, that one. Next week we're getting a couple of the Thumb ID with a big gun blade. And then after that, Warplugis Knight with the Queen of Hatred and the Knight of Despair IDs. But are those just alternates to the current characters? Or were IDs some sort of weapons? Yes, I remember there being a second gear system as well over there. there, you there. You can probably go up there. So what's all the fuss about? People complaining that there's too many characters to pull for? No, I think I want this one, the Warlock. Oh, it still reaches. Great. One and two. Third one, if he comes down, it's his own problem. More about some people complaining about how Project Moon operates at the moment. Not another gacha company trying to screw over their player base. I get the feeling that a lot of people have been just getting insanely greedy. Oh, that was the wrong target. That was a tile too high. There we go. Yeah, we've got Aisha back there for the assassin. Not like that, so they are not pulling a... what was that game? The dress-up one, where apparently they screwed over so badly that people are now boycotting it. And they're boycotting it quite hard too. Infinity Nikki. So little. There. Okay, cool. And we managed to get another legendary drop as well. But it's only 22%. We're likely going to have to farm these a lot more. Duplicate cards, they go out. Eventually we'll get something new. The NS reaction skill is changed when allies within 3 tiles are injured. After being attacked, recovers 40% magic attack as HP, which can be triggered up to 3 times per round. At the end of the turn, performs Alert, dealing 80% magic damage to enemies within range, and can be triggered up to 2 times per... You serious? She might be slow, but this is a 2-time alert plus AoE heal. This is a bit hard to give up on. We are at 8 hustle though, so we get minus 20% attack and defense. It raises the difficulty a little bit. What's so bad about it? Current Project Moon has 50 employees, not counting Ham, Pang, Pang. Players want them to expand, but GHK is hesitant about expanding rapidly. I mean, it's a company's decision. I get that players want better, but expanding kind of always brings its own problems, especially if the company isn't exactly, you know, doing that well financially. Okay, now these are the challenge stages. Not gonna lie, one of them last time took me like half an hour to beat. And let's see what's going on this time. Corruption up to 9, there's a Sagadinanna down there. While primitive nightmares gain nightmare start. When an ally with nightmare start in battle is defeated, the character becomes injured. For every 1 nightmare in battle, 10% attack. So it's an AoE map. We need to take down as many nightmares as possible. This one will not do anything for 2 turns. Percentage damage taken minus 95%. Oh, 82,000 HP. That's a bit high. I don't know if bringing Convallaria here is going to be a great choice. Guys down here don't have anything until they awaken though. Let's try it out. If Convallaria doesn't deal enough damage, if Luvata doesn't deal enough damage, we always have more options. It's not necessarily better, but more options nonetheless. No, there's going to be 4 more units spawning here. Let's not use this. Right now, there's a chance that this season, there's going to be 1 less intervallo and no new line or refraction railway before the next Kanto, and they want to release it in December. If I remember correctly, like season and intervallos are like temporary events, while Kantos are the big main story quests, right? Depends on when the last one was released. Because they can't have a release schedule as bad as Granblue Fantasy. We haven't had a new main quest in what, a year and a half in Granblue? Okay, we are not even taking that much damage, we should be alright here. And it doesn't look like we have any sort of time restriction either. Main quest, what is that?
攻めるか守るか
When is it going to be
お前の一手
released? Like 10 more days? 9 more days?
これでとどめだ
I really can't wait for this
愚か
one.
者め
Still, what baffles me is that after waiting for a year and a half, they're only going to release 3 chapters.
仰せのままに。相手の作戦は。
Haven't we as players been waiting for long enough?
準備するわ。感謝するぜ。
Let's get over here, it's a bit more safe. And yeah, we can nuke everyone.
やりすぎたかしら。準備するわ。させません。
あいつをやればいいんだな。こう。終わらせてやる。いいぞ。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？
Over here, extra turn to
私がつい
Astra.
ていますから。
ほう。感謝するぜ。これでも食らえ。終わらせてやる。片付いたぜ。
Okay, and we're almost done, there's only one enemy left. 80,000 HP though.
攻めるか守るかお前の一手は
Canto Major Chapter, Intervallo event in between. Oh, I did get them right. There was Canto 8 recently, but I guess you guys don't want to wait 6 months for another main quest.
手助けに感謝する
And Cantos are quite big in scale.
愚か者
How
め
long does it take usually to play through one of them?
落ち着け
Like, how many actual hours of content is one Canto?
心配いりません。お任せを。落ち着いてください。
ほう。感謝するぜ。
ご指示をお待ちしております。相手の作戦は。
Okay, that one cannot reach. There's another double spawn down here.
感謝いたします。
Now she should be able to get 4 energy without problems next turn as well.
準備するわ。
あいつをやればいいんだな。
If we get to next turn.
この手の中
And we
の
don't.
火の
Fantastic.
戦場で散り、そして蘇る姿を見るのが好きなの。
Nightmare number 5. Hustle corruption keeps going up. All allies attack and defense minus 30%. Predicted with healing down. Minus 30% stats might actually be a bit big. Nothing too peculiar down here. 42k HP Nightmare Core. 100,000 HP Heart Wall. But again, we have a nice separation line down here. A Convallaria in this spot might do a lot of good.
攻めるか守るかお前の一手は落ち着け愚か
Always
者め
take out the healer first.
これでとどめだ手助けに感謝する
心配いりません。お任せを。落ち着いてください。
Canto 8 took around 8 to 9 hours per part. Jesus! Talk about big events.
そこまでです。
Yeah, then it makes sense that they take a lot of time to prepare it.
仰せのままに。相手の作戦は。
Go. Yeah, you down here.
了解。遊んでみる？そう。
あいつをやればいいんだな。
It's charging something. Okay, let's see if you can just two burst this one.
ほう、感謝するぞ。終わらせてやる。
Backshot number 1 and backshot number 2.
くらえ。決めるのはあんただ。
It went down, but it's not even
私にお手伝いで
stunned.
きることは？頑張って。私がついていますから。
-30% reminds me of the Sig weapon situation for Earth. -30% defense and no longer need LS.
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。
Alright, what the hell happened to Earth? Because I heard some people complain about the Sig weapon.
心配いりません。
I guess the grid really has gotten more standardized. Like you run 2 Sig weapons, 2 to 3 Medusa weapons, and the other 2 Pain and Suffering, Euro Fists.
準備するわ。感謝します。遅いわね。感謝いたします。準備するわ。させません。あいつをやれ
At
ばいい
least that can still be interrupted.
何か私にお手伝いできることは？心得ました。
But Astra might be in a bit of trouble down here now.
攻めるか守るか、お
Because
前の
she
一
is
手は。
kind of slow and she's been left alone.
これでとどめだ。落ち着け。
ほう、感謝するぜ。
愚か者め。朝飯前だ。
ここまでか。
心配いりません。
She's down.
お任せを。相手の作戦は？準備するわ。感謝します。遅いわね。させません。準備するわ。何か私にお
At
手伝い
least we
で
can
きる
still
ことは？
interrupt this guy.
頑張って。私がついていますから。
Yeah, probably needed a bit of a better red unit just to stay here
お前の一手。
and deal with this boss.
落ち着け。愚か者め。
心配いりません。お任せを。相手の作戦は？
There's still going to be real sounds of previous season interval loss to add voice and hard modes. And they're going to add Refraction Railway 1 permanently. That was supposed to be some temporary event, right? I mean, if they need to add it permanently, of course it was. Sorry for the dumb question. Yeah, what does the big issue come from?
心得ました。
Like, sometimes devs just need a bit more time to cook properly. And it looks like they're just asking for that.
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。
They should be able to DOT the entire road down here.
さあ、変化を見届けるとしよう。
心配いりません。お任せを。
相手の作戦は
手助けに感謝する。
消えて。
Then resurrection.
手助けに感謝する。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？頑張って。私がついていますから。
And of course he got shields as well. Burn these guys up, so they're going to have a bit of a harder time to get to us.
手助けに感謝する。
Down here they can spawn as much stuff as they want, they're not gonna touch us.
愚か者め。うん。せくことは
心配いりません。お任せを。落ち着いてください。
ありがとう。
Okay, that's for the healing.
そこまでです。
Disarm, see if it lands.
落ち着くのよ、サフィア。
Okay, and we can move away now. She needs a little bit of healing, I guess. I'm just going to keep her standing still.
遊んでみる？前。私たちでは何も変えられないという。
Ah, that's 2 units down, damn it.
出ません。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？
Again, should have brought a better red unit to take care of that boss. But it looks like we're almost done regardless. Even going for Limbus in the first place is to get funds to be able to develop games alongside Limbus. Maybe that's also another reason why they don't want to put more money into it. Even Crooks is the lack of employees to do that properly. Again, sadly I'm not an expert of their financial situation, but it looks like even if they want to expand, they're not really at a point in which they can, no matter how much the player base also wants them to. Like, if there's no money in the bank, there's just not enough money in the bank. Okay, boss down. But as long as they're not trying to fleece the player base for that money, it's probably just going to be a matter of time before they can finally get to the point they want. Okay, another defeat, Nightmare in Anna. This time we're at meditation level 6. Is it the exact same thing? 87k HP, 90,000 HP. PC is blue though. 100,000 HP on the green. So we take this one out. Luvata does not need the movement skill. She gets her Searing Gaze back. And what else do we want to bring? And this one is going to have to come to us. I don't think I want to move around the map too much. We're likely going to sit here and take down all the characters that are coming to us. So either we keep Aisha as a tank, or we bring Coco. More healing, more covering, and she should be able to cover up for more units, while also being healed by Nanna. I get the feeling we might want even more AoE damage on top of these two. Who else is there? Oh, since this one is going to be a fairly long fight. Let's bring Edda as well. She would be a fantastic buffer if her speed wasn't 93. Because we've gotten to the point where a lot of magic damage dealing characters, they're up into the 200, 210 speed. Aisha is at 220, SP Nanna is going to be at over 200 as well. Once we get rank 13 skills, if Edda is ever scheduled for it, she's going to need something that gives her like an extra 150 speed. At that point, she would become an amazing buffer even for short-term comps. As for you, either we bring together for the buffs, or the Trump tactic. Or you know what? Both. Both would be nice. Something like this looks like it might work. Also a high chance of running 2 SIGs with fast 0 weapon, if it's not the CA1 replacing the 3rd SIG weapon. Oh god, 3rd SIG weapon sound like a nightmare though. And more like more than nightmare, probably like kind of an evil money grab as well. Because we didn't need an update for Earth now, did we? There's no Earth Guild War coming out, nor proper Earth content. So they just dropped it to force a few people to triple money spark out of nowhere. And right before summer as well. That's not just evil, that is potentially evil. Okay. Now she cannot teleport, but she can burn. She can burn everything. Meteor, you get a defense down. You both get slowed down. And everyone gets a damage up. For you, another turn. Luvata. And Luvata just burns even more. Again, the liquor skill that Edda brings has a 40% magic defense down that stacks on top of other magic defense down debuffs. That thing is absolutely insane. Let's see, you're down to 11, you're gone. And now we have to wait for the response, I guess. Oh, they spawn down here. And these aren't even enemies yet. I'm afraid we're going to have to advance regardless. Let's see.
息を整えなくちゃ。
手助けに
何か
感謝する。
私にお手伝いできることは？頑張って。私がついていますから。ええ。
And she's still covered by Coco.
前。散りなさい。ありがとう。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。愚か者め、これでとどめだ。
And that's still not gone.
相手の作戦は許せない。
甘い。
ええ。
That does not reach though. Let's see if we can aggro these.
やりすぎたかしら。
Okay, great. Yes, we should be able to tank their damage. Hopefully.
私の番ね。
Okay, go with the debuffs and more energy for us.
息を整えなくちゃ。
ありがとう。何か私にお手伝いできることは？頑張って。私がついていますから。ありがとう。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。
Okay, everyone is still here. That nuke got me worried for a second.
手助けに感謝する。
何でも言って。ご飯だよ。
ありがとう。お疲れ様。え？
手助けに感謝する。
Oh, the temptation is so strong. Come in aggro number 3 as well. Then we just take all of them down with debuffs.
散りなさい。あら、面白いじゃない。
That was a bit too far.
腹が減っては戦はできぬ。
But if I give her the immunity, she should be able to.
遊んでみ
And
る。
then she's just going to counter by herself. I can move her back on the next turn. At least the big guys with Exalto ones, Fire and Dark, are good to run 2 of. Which will be Medium Crate and Auto Aim.
腹が減っては戦はできぬ。
The one thing I'm getting really worried about Dark at this point is what they're going to do with the newly released stuff.
あら、面白い。
私の番ね。
Dark is still missing. Wait, what happened to... What happened to Luvata? Do people push? Knockback. Ah, damn it. Okay, no aggro, I guess. Just damage.
朝飯前だ。
I was saying, the one thing that's getting me worried is the fact that Cygames might actually release 2 to 3 new Dark Grands in a row. In the same year, basically.
手助けに感謝する。
何か私に
Especially
お手
looking
伝い
at
で
how
きる
many
ことは？
weapons Earth has gotten. Like, look at the weapon classes for fire, look at the weapon classes for earth. Dark doesn't have that stuff. You still need to be here, but you can't reach up there, so... At least for now, no AoE. Let yourself. We're about to take some damage. We get all these buffs for magic defense, and then the enemies deal physical. Again, extra turn, Luvata, always Luvata. Still missing two. This thing has over 100,000 HP. We have to start working on this one. It's already 6 turns. We can't really avoid it for that long. Even if we have a 22 turn limit cooldown. Okay, no, you wait this out. Another -1. Okay, cool, they didn't even attack. What the hell? Oh right, I didn't see the tile down here. I guess none of these can move anymore. But we are still fine. This one counters on skill casts as well. So we're going to have to give invulnerability to Luvata once again. Everyone else can sort of take it. Let's get rid of the little one first. Is this still the event? These are the challenge stages at the end of it. There's a couple of enemies in here with 100,000 HP each. That's the one. And that's it too. She should be able to get far away, one tile off without being targeted.
ええ、何か私にお手伝いできることは？
He doesn't have the AoE just yet. And if that was possible, I would love to avoid Inanna getting damage.
心得ました。
ありがとう。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。愚か者め。実に面白い。
何でも言って。
い
ご飯だよ。
ありがとう。
Again, more healing whenever possible.
お疲れ様。
ありがとう。
ええ。
She hits 3. Should be fine hitting 3.
謝るなんて。
Okay, first boss is also almost gone.
私。
Thank God for the counter,
私の番ね。
because Coco could have died there.
何か私にお手伝いできることは？頑張って。私がついていますから。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。これでとどめだ。手助けに感謝する。
Please do not implode.
私のミス。
土壇場で踏ん張ってこそ。
I guess we don't get to cast the... we don't get to cast the extra DOT before this.
さあ、変化を見届けるとしよう。手助けに感謝する。
この土壇場で踏ん張ってこそ。腹が減っては戦はできぬってね。
Yeah, the heal down isn't doing us any favors either.
有効な策は。 お好みの焼き加減にも変えられないというの。最も有効な策は。
Surrounded by a bit too many enemies.
手助けに感謝する。
お好みの焼き加減は。
I thought we would have been able to tank anything they could throw at us. But let's see. She's going to avoid damage like this. Another meteor flame.
手助けに感謝する。
謝るなんて。
腹が減っては戦はできぬ。
私の番で何も変えられないというの。
Now this slows down mine as well. I think he has to be up here.
自分の身を守って。
手助けに感謝する。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？頑張って。私がついていますから。ええ。
I don't like the fact that we're going down. We're giving them the high ground.
手助けに感謝する。攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。愚か者め。落ち着け。
ええ。
これでとどめだ。朝飯前だ。
もう怒ったぞ。腹が減っては戦はできぬ。
遊んでみる。
Okay, something has to give at this point.
散りなさい。
And that's still one tile off.
Bye.
ええ。
ごめん。やっぱ無理。
勝利はすぐそこよ。分かったわ。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？頑張って。私がついてますから。
It's the dem alerts. The alert skills from everyone are causing such a big problem.
愚か者め。さあ、変化を見届けるとしよう。
But we still have the core of our team. And we should be almost done at this point.
Bye.
朝飯前だ。
勝利はすぐそこよ。息を整えなくちゃ。ありがとう。
もっと強くならなくては。頑張って。私がついていますから。
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。愚か者め。
On, it's just the fat one.
落ち着け。
ありがとう。
これでとどめだ。朝飯前。
遊んでみる？
レッカー。
私の番ね。分かったわ。
何か私にお手伝いできることは？これで良いのですね。
Didn't even need to move anymore. All I need is just a little bit more damage on the fat one.
攻めるか守るか、お前の一手は。これでとどめだ。実に面白い。
お好みの焼き加減は？
There we go, it's finally down. Also, I get the feeling they kind of wanted to release Lutfi first. Because if they had released Lutfi, Lutfi automatically cancels everyone's alert status. If they released Lutfi before Aisha, you could have just run him here and you would have never had to deal with the alert from the big bosses. Why is there a new tag in here? Oh, this one. Additional effect, instant, all allies gain Fur of Flame when on burning tile and taking single target attack, strike back, 70% physical attack and magical attack as damage 1 time per round. For 2 turns, after casting, gain 1 stack of Vessel Corruption, up to 3 times per battle. 3 times per battle limit though, not a big fan. This is just the amount of cards. Fantasy 6 times, Fantasy 3, Fantasy 3. So, looks like there's no extra special challenges in here. And yeah, I guess that's it for part 2. Maverick Cloak, nice. Hollow Axe, that's alright. But the rest is just going to be a little bit of grinding. So far, only 2 chapters, but really enjoying this one. Too bad they decided to split it in 5 parts. And we're going to have to wait for next week for part 3. Until then, I guess that's gonna be it for me for the moment. I'm gonna go and have dinner. As always, thanks a lot for coming by and keeping me company while playing the game, and see you guys around soon. Ciao!